GMA has his children, see George Stephanopoulos, Michael Strahan, Robin Roberts, and more than ever. The stars of Good Morning America are natural appearances on ABC, however, you'd scarcely remember them in their lovable adolescence photographs. GMA's Instagram was as of late immersed with remarks from fans after they shared photographs of their hosts as children. Closed by pictures of Robin Roberts, Lara Spencer, George Stephanopoulos, Ginger Z, and Lara Spencer, the caption read, "To pay tribute to the Etta Bottlemab Season 4 debut this evening, we're returning it to grade school with our anchors. How charming would they say they are?" Watchers could never have concurred more, and cooed over the sweet depictions. Presently, Hi is going for a stroll through a world of fond memories and bringing a look into the youths of the much-cherished cast of the morning show. Robin Roberts. Robin was brought into the world on November 23, 1960, and was the most youthful of four youngsters. Her family were profoundly dedicated to training, administration, and respectability. She experienced childhood in the profound South during a period set apart by social liberties battles and critical social change. Since early on, Robin was wildly serious and had an energy for sports. Robin succeeded in games and played a few games, including tennis, ball, and softball, during her experience growing up, yet it was b-ball that caught her heart. In 1979, Robin procured a ball grant to Southeastern Louisiana College, where she played as a champion watchman. She proceeded to construct a profession as an exploring writer and TV personality. Michael Strahan. Well before he turned into an NFL legend and loved television character, Michael was only a youngster like most of us. His initial a very long time in a tactical family, he was one of six, established the groundwork for his strength, drive and discipline. At 9 years of age, his family moved abroad to West Germany and he figured out how to adjust to another culture. His dad perceived his child's regular physicality when he was a young person, and set him up for a future in American football. In 1985, Michael's folks chose to send him back to the U.S. to live with his uncle, Craftsmanship Strahan, in Houston, Texas, so he could go to Westbury Secondary School for his senior year. In spite of just playing one time of secondary school football, Michael's regular ability on the field was irrefutable and he grabbed the eye of a scout. After his effective vocation in the NFL, Michael went to television and he hasn't thought back since. George Stephanopoulos. George was brought up in Fall Stream, Massachusetts, in a Greek universal family. As a youngster, George had an energy for learning and an early interest in governmental issues. He was a decent understudy and succeeded in secondary school and proceeded to go to Columbia College in New York City, where he graduated summa cum laude with a degree in political theory in 1982. During his school years, he turned out to be profoundly engaged with political theory and global relations, and this manufactured the way to progress. Whether he works in the background in the political field or before the camera as a believed commentator, George's qualities imparted in him as a kid, difficult work, honesty, and the quest for truth, radiate through. Ginger Z. Ginger is presently perhaps of the most conspicuous face in meteorology, and it was her experience growing up loaded up with one-of-a-kind encounters that roused her long-lasting interest with the climate. Ginger was brought into the world dressed in orange, California, yet brought up in a Midwestern town after her family, including two more youthful siblings, moved to Rockford, Michigan. She comes from a group of Dutch legacy, which is reflected in her unique last name, zoologist. Her adoration for meteorology can be followed back to a particular second in her life as a youngster when she saw a waterspout framing over the lake. The twirling segment of air and water stunned her and ignited what might turn into a deep-rooted interest with the force of the environment. She was an enthusiastic and dedicated understudy, yet Ginger has been open about her emotional wellness battles over the course of growing up and into adulthood. Notwithstanding her difficulties, she stayed zeroed in on her fantasy about turning into a regarded meteorologist. Today, as ABC's main meteorologist and a supporter for psychological well-being and ecological mindfulness, Ginger keeps on moving millions. Lara Spencer. Lara experienced childhood in a working-class family in Lengthy Island, where her folks brought her up in a strong family and urged her to have different interests. She was the most youthful of 5 kin and advanced early that she needed to stand apart from the group. Prior to finding popularity on television, she succeeded as a competitor and was broadly positioned in the jumping group of Penn State College. She graduated with a degree in broadcast news coverage, and keeping in mind that she didn't follow a lifelong in sport, she's as yet energetic about swimming and tennis right up till now. One of the most extraordinary parts of Lara's young life was her initial love for collectibles and swap meets, which prepared for her HGTV shows as well. Lara isn't just a TV have yet in addition a fruitful creator, maker, and plan devotee.